Hello, friends. Let's start off our day with the Pledge of Allegiance. So let's turn and face the flag, right hand on our heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Let's take a quick look at the calendar. As we know, it's the month of May, M-A-Y. Yesterday was Wednesday, so today is Thursday. What will tomorrow bring? What day comes after Thursday? What will it be? You're right. Look at the first letter. It's F. Friday. After Thursday is Friday. But today for now is Thursday. Yesterday was 6, so today would be, you're right, 7. Now our color, remember it's A, B, C, D. What comes after purple? Well, let's find purple up here. And what comes after purple is this yellow color. So we should have a yellow 7. And, of course, we do. There it is. So today is Wednesday, May 7, 2020. Let's count with ordinal numbers. Well, let's count 1 to 7 first, and then we'll do it ordinal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if we count with ordinal numbers, it's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Very good. Hello, neighbor, what do you say? It's going to be a happy day. Greet your neighbor, boogie on down. Give a bump and turn around. Hello, Anira, what do you say? It's going to be a happy day. Greet your neighbor, boogie on down. Give a bump and turn around. Hello, Haley, what do you say? It's going to be a happy day. Greet your neighbor, boogie on down. Give a bump and then sit down. I want to take a look at our chrysalises, I guess you say, today. And I have some sad news. I saw something yesterday I have never seen before. And I've been doing this for a long time. This little guy right here was over here. If you, remember the picture? He was over here somewhere. And there was a chrysalis already hanging there. Well, this guy that's hanging there now, he's mean. And he kept banging into the chrysalis that was already there, and it fell off. It fell down, and what's left of it is this right here. So we won't be getting a butterfly out of this, and I've never seen it. And my daughter even said they were kind of making a noise, which surprised me too. I didn't know they could. But anyway, we have another chrysalis there, or caterpillar, and he will be a chrysalis soon, but we lost one. So if we would have 5 and we had to take 1 away, now we're down to 4. But that's okay. We'll still get some butterflies. And then I want to take a look at, here's our avocado pit. And I'm going to pull it out, and if you'll look on the root, it has gotten thicker, and there's some little white bumps, and out of those bumps, some other roots are starting to grow out to the side. So let me see if I can get this out of here and get this in the camera. See those little ones growing? Yeah, because a lot of roots will grow out to the side now so that it can get more water. And all those little white bumps, I believe, are going to grow roots to the sides. And you can tell that that root is a lot thicker than it was originally. So we'll keep watching this guy. He's changing. Oh, and there I guess you could even see in the middle now that green, because that split is getting a little bit wider as he starts to grow up. So we'll keep an eye on it and see what happens. we've talked about the life cycle of some different creatures. First, we talked about the life cycle of a chicken that starts with the egg, and then the egg hatches, and out of there comes a chick, and then the chick grows up and becomes a chicken, and the adult chicken lays eggs again. Goes around and around in a cycle. Then we talked about the butterfly, and the butterfly starts off as an egg as well, like on a leaf, and then out of that egg comes a teeny tiny little caterpillar, and it crawls around on the leaf and keeps eating and eating and eating and eating and eating, and it gets nice and big, and then it hangs upside down in that J and becomes a chrysalis, and it stays in there for about a week, 10 days, and then what emerges is a butterfly. Well, today we're going to look at frogs. And this is just a very short little book because we think that all frogs are alike, and all frogs are not alike. They're very different. And this is called Fantastic Frogs. Leaping over streams and logs, hip-hop, plip-plop, flip-flop, frogs. And when I think of a frog, this is what I think of. Green or brown. Short, squat bodies. Bulging eyes. Tiny frogs. Or football-sized. Maybe all the frogs you've seen are brown like bark or leafy green. A lot of the frogs I see around here, that's what they look like. And football size, that frog is like this big. They're huge. But let's see if they're all green and brown. But in the jungles far away, frogs put on a great display. This is a rainforest or a jungle. They have them in South America. Where are they? Australia, off of Africa. Madagascar is a rainforest. Green or turquoise, poured on black. Aren't those pretty? Frogs with paintings on their backs. This one's orange. This one is like a bluish green. That one's green like a leaf, but with the black on it. Racing stripes and bold pink bellies. Look at that one. Got a pink belly. Bright red frogs like berry jelly. It's a bright red. I think that's called a dart frog. Usually with frogs, if it's a bright color, it means it might be poisonous, and stay away. Frogs like sunshine, glowing bright. Others blue and black as night. That's pretty. Chins blow out like round balloons, helping males sing froggy tunes. That's how they make their noises. They blow out their chins. Inside each egg, a tadpole grows. So, eggs and globs. I'm sorry, I started at the bottom of the page. I'm supposed to be at the top of the page. Eggs and globs. These are frog eggs, and they lay a whole bunch of eggs together. Or eggs in rows. See here, it's in a row, but it's a whole bunch of eggs together. And then in each egg, a tadpole grows. So in each of these little eggs, this little tadpole is growing. And this is what it looks like. It's got a head and then a tail. That's it, right there. Tadpoles hatching from their eggs, they swim like fish. They have no legs. So it goes from an egg to the tadpole. Back legs, front legs start to sprout. So first they get their back legs, and then their front legs grow. See, they still have the tail, but that's how they grow. And soon a froglet hops about. So this is called a froglet. It comes out of the water, but it still has a bit of a tail. So it went from egg to tadpole to froglet. And then it loses its tail, and it's the adult frog. Frogs that climb, frogs that swim, frogs that fly, frogs that grin. So let's look back one more time. It goes from an egg to the tadpole. What hatches out of the egg is a tadpole. It's just got a head and a tail, and it's like a little fish in the water. They're in the water. They don't have any legs. And then they start to grow their legs. First their back legs, then their front legs, and then you have a froglet, and it'll come out of the water then. And then eventually its tail falls off, and it's an adult frog. Bugs for lunch are very nice. Most frogs eat insects. Big mouth frogs might dine on mice. See that mouse's tail? That big frog will even eat a mouse. Bathing in the sun for hours. Peering out of little flowers. There he is. He's camouflaged, isn't he? He's the same color as the flower, so it's hard to see him. Eyes with hoods. Look at this guy. He's camouflaged too. He looks like a dead leaf, and he's got these pointy hoods sticking out over his eyes. And droopy folds. Ooh, he's a big fat guy. Eyes like fire. He's got red eyes. Eyes like gold. Silly frogs with funny poses. Remember, that's a tree frog. They live in the rainforest. Lumpy frogs with big long noses. Look at how long that is. Leaping over streams and logs. Hip hop, plip plop, flip flop, frogs. There they go. So look, there's all these different kinds of frogs. What we see around here are usually just about this big, and they're brown and green, and you hear them at night, especially in the summer. I'll lay in bed at night because we have a pool and they like water, and I hear them all night long out there making noises. That's usually a frog. So, but they're not all brown and green. There's lots of different kinds of frogs all over the world, but their life cycle is pretty much the same. They start off as an egg. What hatches out of the egg is a tadpole. The thing that has a head and just a tail, swims and stays in the water, and then it starts to grow its legs. Its back legs first, then its front legs, and you have a froglet, and then eventually the tail falls off and it comes out of the water, and you have a frog. I'd like to talk a little bit more about addition, adding things, or putting them together. And you'll remember we had a couple different story problems, and I'm going to tell you a story problem, and then I'm also going to write out the equation that will go with it. So we're going to add the equation today. And my little story problem is there are two frogs sitting on a lily pad in the water. And two more frogs come to join them. How many frogs are all together? So we are putting them together. And all together we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 2, 1, 2, and 2 more came to join them. Those 2 right there. How many do we have all together? And all together we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the equation for that would look like there are 2 frogs on the lily pad. 2 more come to join them. So we are going to add them or use the plus sign. It looks like that. So we have 2 plus, and how many came to join them? 2 more. So 2 plus 2, and all together that equals, there's an equal sign. How many all together? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to write a 4. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 frogs on a lily pad. 2 more join them. How many are all together? 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Let's do one more. And this time, let's put our frogs in the water on a log. Let me move this over. There's the log. And on this log, we had 3 frogs. 3 frogs were on the log, and 1 more came to join. So we will add or put together 3 and 1. So our equation will be, there are 3 frogs on the log, so I'm going to write a 3. 1 more came to join them, so we are adding or putting together. So we need a plus sign. And how many came to join? 1. And all together, or 3 plus 1 equals how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get that same answer, don't we? So 3 plus 1 equals 4. And in our other equation, it was 2 plus 2 equals 4. So you can make 4 different ways. That's another thing we've learned while doing this. But this is what the equation looks like. This is a plus sign, and it means to add or put together these 2 numbers. And we put these together, a 3 and a 1, we get 1, 2, 3, 4. It equals, this is the equal sign, 4. We'll do more of these, and we'll also look at taking away or subtraction. Now I'd like to sing a song about some frogs. And it does involve subtraction or taking away. And our song is 5 Little Speckled Frogs. And I will just say the verse first, and then we'll sing the song. And it's 5 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious grub. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are, how many if one jumps away from 5? 4 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. Okay, and then we'll start over and we'll take away 1 frog each time until we have no green speckled frogs. You ready? 5 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious grub. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 4 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious grub. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 3 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious grub. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 2 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious grub. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there is 1 green speckled frog. Glub, glub. 1 green and speckled frog sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious grub. Yum, yum. He jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no green speckled frogs. Glub, glub.